Taurus, Elsie here to do your reading. I'm just here to drop a reading for you just before we go into the next week with the sneak peek, right? So thank you so much for clicking here. I appreciate you already. If you're the one that always clicks here, you know I love you. Thank you so much if you are brand new and you've decided to stay. Thank you so much for subscribing. And if you like this content, please offer a thumbs up and I'll just keep these readings coming. I do a reading for you, Taurus, at the beginning of the week on a Monday, and then I just come and drop usual readings for you during the week because you eat them up so crazily, like so voraciously. I really appreciate it. So I'm here to do a reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. This is for Taurus. It does not have a date or time. It's just the energies as they are. Yeah, either it's going to resonate or it won't. It's always a 50-50 shot, right? Please leave what does not belong to you. All right. Before we start this reading, I just want to thank you for admiring my beautiful bracelet. It is made of moonstone, and I just want you to know where I got it. I got it from a website called myawakeningjourney.com. The person who owns that website is my friend Trisha. And Trisha is making and selling these bracelets in support of her own family. Unfortunately, her daughter Olivia is 4 and Olivia has cancer. So she is selling these beautiful bracelets. If you do have the means and you want a beautiful piece of jewelry, then I would suggest that you head on over there. I don't make any money off this. It's not sponsored. It's just a family that I love very much. My heart is very tied to this beautiful energetic family because Trisha is the reason I'm here. She's the one that woke me up. She's my Reiki master. So thank you so much for taking interest in that. And if you want one, they're very reasonably priced and you can get one. I'll put the link in the description. Thanks so much for listening. All right, Taurus, here it is. Oh, by the way, 30% of the purchase of this bracelet goes to pediatric cancer. All right. All right. Here we go, Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me what's going on for Taurus right now, please. Tell me what is going on for Taurus. What can Taurus expect? Are we talking about money, home, love, work, career? What are we talking about? Tell us about Taurus, please. All right. Tell me about Taurus. Taurus. Okay, the King of Cups is here. One more. I think I saw the Lovers just kind of pop out and pop back in for a second. Woo. All right, that one went on the floor. What is it? It is the Page of Pentacles. And it did come out on its side, by the way. So that is going to be a challenge, I think. Bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Swords. All right, so there's a little bit of tough energy here. Taurus, I had to take a big, deep breath. Why is that? Whew. It feels like something almost takes your breath away when you think about it. When you think about the Page of Pentacles. Yeah. The pages, the messengers, right? They're going from kingdom to kingdom or door to door or whatever it is, and the page actually is reporting to the knights. They're knights in training. They're very brave, right? I feel like some news comes at a time when you're very bored. I feel like the news comes. The Page of Pentacles is the one that is coming to give a message of something that's about to begin, that's about to materialize in the 3D. Something that you're going to be able to touch, hold, smell, you know, something that's tangible for you is about to begin here. Now, I think that this message comes to you at a time of, I feel like you're kind of in Groundhog Day. That's what I want to say, Taurus. You're kind of in Groundhog Day. I feel like you're maybe not dating or just not having much success and you're kind of over it. Like you're not really sure what you want to do. I always see the 4 cups as 2 and 2. And I feel like 2 are kind of, you know, they're sitting there partially full and the other 2 are maybe full, but I'm not sure. What do I want? Yeah. It's a bit of, you know, redundancy. Yeah. Kind of bored with the way things are going. I think that there are times in this time, I don't really think you know how you feel about the King of Cups, but understand the 4 of Cups looks into the past. The King of Cups is someone who is this one has has masculine leaning energy. So this of course, we're all humans, animals, plants, we're all masculine and feminine energies. Remember that. But it feels to me particularly, and I don't often feel that, but the King of Cups is masculine leaning. So I feel like there is somebody here who is waiting for a masculine leaning king, who is the King of Cups, who's always going to go at everything with the heart space first. This person is open in the heart space, by the way. There's a light around the thing that's at his chest, right? And it feels like somebody has had the heart chakra open here. They're feeling their feelings. There's someone who's grown up in their feelings. I think you wonder about that person. There's some sort of a decision you're going to have to make in the near future, and it's about a relationship. We've got the Ten of Pentacles here. It could either be about a job. It could be about some abundancy in your business. Somebody might offer you, make you a really large offer for something, and you'll have to make a decision about that. Could be about a long-term relationship. Could be anything that has to do with money. So it feels like you don't really want to see the situation for what it is, but you're going to have to make a decision that is going to take you on some sort of adventure, my friend. Yeah, in the near future, we've got the Two of Wands and the Eight of Wands. Yeah, that's 10 wands. We're dropping the burdens right here. I'm tired of feeling weighed down. It's time for an adventure. I feel like you're going to get a message from somebody or some communication from somebody that asks you, do you want to go on an adventure? And just see that down here there is a globe and there is a van, right? In the picture, somebody's already decided to go. She's already picked the decision, right? She's picked this wand. I'm going to go. It's what I want. It's what I've been manifesting. So for some of you, this is going to be communication that comes about, hey, do you want to go on an adventure? Like the person might call you up and ask you if you want to go on a short car ride, maybe an hour, or do you know what I mean? Like maybe the next state or a park or by the lake or something. Somebody wants to talk to you. For others of you, I feel like you are going on the adventure anyway, and the Eight of Wands is indicating that things are starting to move really quick. And so if you are planning to travel, I think that this is telling me that it's time for you to start making some plans about the travel. So those are then goals, right? They're not just wishes. We have the Sun here. It looks like you're making good decisions, though. It looks like you're making good and clear decisions, even though you're a little bit afraid still, I think. I feel that the Sun is here to say it's okay. It's all going to be okay. Here's the whole thing. You can see it clearly. You can make good decisions because you have the clarity. And the energy, by the way, because I do see the Sun as growth. So I feel like coming in the very near future is some growth for you, spiritual, financial, emotional, yeah, career, all of that. I feel like you're going through a growth period soon, Taurus, if you're not already seeing some of that. All right. Tell me about the King of Cups. Why are you looking at the King of Cups? Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer is the King of Cups. The Hierophant is here. I think you're still connected to this person energetically, I want to say, because this is all water energy here. Plus we have someone who is highly intuitive, who really listens to their gut. The Hierophant is like someone who's quite religious or spiritual, right? It feels like there is still a connection between you and this person, and you just can't stop thinking about them. You might be in a commitment with this person, or maybe you were in the past. Taurus, that's you, right? Feels like you're the one that's bored. You're the one that's thinking about the King of Cups. And there it comes to the top here. So we've got the Two of Swords. Taurus, I think there's something that you're failing to see. Something that you are trying to see with your eyes, Taurus. Why am I saying that, Charlie? That's weird. As if it's not weird enough to talk to someone else that's not in the room. Joke's on you. I'm still ridiculous. Okay. So the Two of Swords, yeah, it feels like it's something you're not seeing, that you're trying to see with your eyes, Taurus. And I feel like the Two of Swords facing towards the Hierophant is telling me that you can't see it because you're trying to see it with your eyes. What you need to do is feel it out. Feel the situation out. I do feel that this King of Cups is probably going to be showing up because of the Page of Pentacles here. So I think the king, the one that you're thinking about, looking directly at, I feel like you are calling this king in. That you've been manifesting this for a long while. Stop looking at it with your eyes, because you can't make a decision, a 3D decision about a spiritual union. It feels like you two are connected spiritually. And there's no 3D way to look at that at all. Maybe that's why her eyes are covered. The universe is forcing her to feel it rather than see it. Here's the sun. Wow. I do believe that the King of Cups does want a commitment from you, Taurus, and if it doesn't come soon, I'd be surprised, but please be patient. I think that you don't see it. I feel like you feel, these are both in cups, I feel like you feel the king is on the way, but you don't see it. So for some of you, you don't believe it. She's got her back to the Page of Pentacles. It's like I'm not even really waiting for the invitation or for the invite, because I doubt it. I'm looking out into the future, right? I doubt if it's coming. But understand it's because of the 3D world and you're trying to see it with your eyes. The way you're going to know is when you feel it with the self, with your vibration and your energy and feeling out the situation. For those of you who do have water energy, you have in your moon and your rising, you know what that means, right? I'm a Pisces moon, and there's just some things in my gut that I know that are right. Even though my 3D eyes are seeing something completely different, I know what I know. Yeah. And if you're a Pisces moon, you know that feeling as well, or a Pisces sun. All right. So the sun is here. I feel that there is going to be clarity. I feel like there is growth. It said, I thought it was coming in the future, but it's here now. So there is going to be some sort of growth. Some clarity is going to be offered to you. It's going to make you very happy, Taurus. Very, very happy. I feel as though because it didn't show up in the 3D when you wanted it to, or looking like what you thought it would look like, that you didn't see it. I think you were looking for it with your 3D eyes, and maybe not really listening to the higher self or to your gut. I think there's an achievement coming here, and if this is you and you feel the achievement is having a commitment with somebody, I feel like this is the beginning of that. You are going to be able to make a decision. No problem. The sun is here. We could be dealing with Leo energy as well, by the way. Yeah, I feel like the sun is encouraging you to feel it. And the Two of Swords is saying, don't look at it. Don't look at it and don't get up in your head about it. The block is that you want to see it. You want to see it in the 3D, or you don't believe it's coming. It's like people who don't have faith, right? Because faith is things that you hoped for that are not yet seen. And people who don't have faith just don't believe that it's coming. And I'm not saying you don't have faith, but maybe your faith wavers. I mean, everybody's does, I'm sure, at some point or another. And if it doesn't, there's something up. I'm just saying. I don't believe in the indoctrination of faith, that you should believe it because a religion told you to. I believe it in the vibration of faith, because faith is a vibration. We have Two of Pentacles. So there is about to be something coming to you, or a decision being made, something that is in your favor, happening in the 3D. You are soon going to be able to see it with your eyes. I feel like you are about to get into an energy where you're juggling a lot of really great things, along with having to make a lot of tough decisions. I think one of the decisions you're going to have to make is to exit the Four of Cups, is to get out of the redundancy of life, of the heart space. I feel like the Three of Pentacles is coming because there's something in the future here that is about to materialize. I feel like this king shows up at a time in your life when you're really busy but doing really, really well. Like this Two of Pentacles is telling me that whatever you're working on, whatever keeps you busy, whatever you're juggling, you're doing it really, really well. You don't even have to watch it. It's almost like it's a meditative thing for you. So whether you do a job that's meditation, or maybe you do something that you don't necessarily have to think about and then it becomes a meditation, it feels like that. It feels like you're doing fine. And then shows the communication. Yeah, it feels like it comes at a very busy time in your life, Taurus. And I think I just said this week. I mean, because we do readings almost every day, a lot of the readings are going to sound a lot of the same because it's a continuation of energy. And I feel like this is as well. For some of you, I feel like things are about to speed up in your life. Some of you aren't going to like that because you're like, Elsie, I'm juggling as much as I can. I want to say the sun's here to support you. So you're going to be handling all this, Taurus, and then some. Nothing wrong with that if you can keep it all the balls in the air, right? The sun is here to say you want to be seen, you will be seen. You're going to be seen as someone who can make these decisions with absolute clarity. I want to say precision because of the Two of Swords. And I feel at a very busy time in your life, and a time of growth, all of a sudden you get some sort of communication. I believe that to be coming from the King of Cups. This person doesn't have to be a water sign, but there's someone who hasn't shown you their feelings on the surface. There's someone who keeps quite stoic, but this person is very emotionally grown. Like, this is someone who's older in their years, probably, well, sorry if I offend you, but the 40s or the 50s, right? Someone who has got a little bit of wisdom under their belt and has learned to corral their feelings. They're used to going into high pressure situations, as the kings often do, and this person doesn't lose their cool. It's because they're Scorpio. They're strategic and prepared. There's no need to lose their cool, right? We have the Five of Swords. So the communication that comes in, I feel, is from someone that you haven't heard from for a very long time, because the Five of Swords and the Two of Swords is the Seven. So what's being concealed is that the communication's coming. And I think this is what's materializing in the 3D earth for you. This is going to cause something to materialize for you. Now, the Five of Swords, I feel, is you like, oh, really? Right now, when I'm juggling everything, this person is kind of, it feels like you're happy to hear from them. It's a surprise to hear from them, and you're happy, but it's almost like, oh, I'm just not prepared to talk about this right now. It's like it's at a very busy time. Maybe you're in the middle of a work day, right? Maybe you are in the middle of a boardroom meeting. Maybe you're in the middle of just making the family dinner, or you're on the way home with dinner. Whatever it is, I feel like it comes at a time when you're just not wanting to focus on this communication. Tell me about the Five of Swords. It's like somebody calls, you pick up the phone, yeah. And you haven't heard from this person for a while. You know, like it feels like it's kind of cold. That's why it's a bit of a trigger. When they call, it's a bit of a trigger, I think. When they call or they text or however you hear from them, because of the Ten of Cups. I want to say that this person is going to be very smooth with their words. I feel as though the Five of Swords tells me that you're like a little bit aghast. I want to say like, ugh. You know, one of those. And I feel like this person is able to speak to you in a way that is firm but kind, firm but loving. The Ten of Cups tells me that you know this person, that you have feelings for this person. You may share children with them. Yeah, this person makes you feel really happy. The contact couldn't come at a worse time. That's the thing. Yeah. There's the wish fulfillment, right? Wow. Okay. So the person, the King of Cups, is calling with a bunch of emotions, I think. This person has concealed their feelings for a very long time. 5 and 2 is 7 swords. 7 is concealing, or there's an illusion, or I don't want you to see it, or I'm not telling you about it. 10 of Cups, this person has not expressed their feelings to you. They see you as all the beans in the in the jar at the fair. And Charlie always shows me that when I see the 9 of Cups. And it's those jujubes, you know, with the ones that are sprinkled in sugar. That's the ones I'm looking at. That's what Charlie shows me. It's the ones that I like. Yeah. And So I feel like with the Ten of Cups is telling me is that this is what's being concealed. Somebody's coming to you to tell you about their feelings here. I think it's the King of Cups. And this person is coming to you because it feels like there has been something that's gone on, maybe growth, right? Because the King of Cups is showing up, the one that's grown, right? There hasn't been any communication between you two for a while. This person's been thinking about you and the situation over and over and over again. I think what the Page of Pentacles is bringing, the message that this is bringing is I want to try. I want to try if you want to try. The Eight of Swords tells me that somebody is up in their head because they think that you're going to turn them away. They've been hurt over and over again, and they're not very sure that you're not going to do the same thing. And they think that's the reason why they've been holding back. Yeah, the Seven of Wands, right? They've been holding back and standing their ground because they were scared they were going to get hurt. But guess what? It is what it is when the Tower shows up, right? The fact that we're seeing the King tells me that somebody had been growing and is now understands or sees the situation with a greater clarity. That commitment with Taurus is probably the way I want to go. This person is traditional in the way that they love, so I'm going to assume that this is probably, I'm speaking to heterosexual couple. You know, tradition according to society, please understand that. And the Tower here, Scorpio energy, it busts in. I think that the King, I think, is aware now. Yeah. And if not just emotionally aware, I feel as though the upheaval and the change that comes, I feel sort of splits this thing down the middle. Like it's like it's rocking us out. We're no longer holding our ground. I'm not scared anymore. I just got to do it. And the Eight of Swords is I feel like the Tower comes to break all of that down. I'm not really sure. I'm kind of hurt. I want to be brave, but I feel like the Tower just comes in and pulls all of that down. And that is the upheaval. It's an upheaval. I feel it's a change of energy that somebody has decided that if they want to be happy, they just can't. They can't be this stuck. They can't be stuck in the fixed energy. Because it's not lost on me that the Tower comes to bring upheaval and change, but it's Scorpio energy who doesn't like to change. Scorpio doesn't like to change. They are a fixed sign, right? Tell me about the Tower. Yeah, it's the realization that you're the soulmate. That's why this person hasn't been able to stop thinking about you. They've been thinking about you in their head. This person has been staying up at night. We've got the Eight of Swords and we've got the Ace of Swords, right? 7, 8. Yeah, it feels like this person has never stopped thinking about you. They've had a realization with the Tower, the upheaval and the change of mind is that this person realizes the reason that they're still attached to you is because you are the one that was sent for them and they sent you. It feels like there was two people that are in separation here. That's what it feels like. Yeah, there had to be growth. There it is. So I was asking in my mind as I was talking, what's between these two? And the only thing that was between you is that we needed time for growth. You know, it's time for waiting. It's time for patience. It's time to invest in the self. I feel like that we just weren't old enough to do it. And I don't mean chronological. I feel like there had to be a lot of lessons that were learned first. So I'm looking at what's back here for Taurus. So it feels like it took everything that you had, but I think that you move forward because the universe told you to. It feels like the separation that comes between you is because of the Wheel of Fortune. Destiny got involved, and so Taurus, you got to go on your way. So I'm going to say that the last time you saw this person, they probably weren't the King of Cups. They probably had no understanding of their feelings. I feel like you know that what's for you will never pass you by. I think you know that. Yeah, because here it comes again. You know, things always work out as they're supposed to. I think you were really strong or very brave or courageous to kind of just walk away from this situation in the past. I'm not going to read the situation, but whatever it wasn't working out, and I don't think this person was a king. I think that they were, working at having their emotions available for you. So in the week ahead, maybe not the week ahead, sometimes it's 3 months, 3 years, who knows, right? Tarot's not very good at laying down a number for time, but I feel like the communication is so close. I mean, the Tower's coming, and I think the Tower is dual. I think the King brings the Tower, and the Tower hits you. I feel like, you know, everything that you thought this whole situation was that was going on is not how it is at all. No. Tell me about the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, there's a conversation here. A conversation about, wow, what? Look at that. Now, I don't even think you need to be able to read tarot to see that. All you got to know is that the King and the Queen, they are soulmates. They are also, they see each other like the other. They're both highly intelligent. Always, you know, not letting the feelings get involved. We're going to talk about this logically. It feels as though, you know, I see that this Queen has her back to the King, which makes me feel like there's been no communication. And with the Knight of Wands in the middle as it comes up, it kind of just blows my mind that there's nobody taking action here. Yeah, we're not even sure if we're attracted to each other. We're going to come to each other in swords. We're going to talk in logic and facts and numbers. And we're going to talk about things as though we're ordering lunch. And I'm not really even sure if you're still attracted to me. But I do know with this for sure that nobody's moving quickly. Everybody is in their space and their spots. And I feel like that the Page of Pentacles, what's materializing here is a meeting. Yeah, a meeting of people, two people who are going to keep it in the swords. We don't want to get anything else involved. But thing is that there's a Knight of Wands in the middle. Somebody's got to pick something up and go. Yeah, somebody's got to initiate because there is some communication coming up. That's kind of a power-packed reading here. So we have Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, and Leo. If you're looking for energies, we also have Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. We have Gemini, Capricorn, Scorpio, Taurus. Yeah, that's what we have. I'm going to go for now, Taurus. Thank you so much for being here. I hope I see you in the comments. Always seems like a good book I never really get a grasp of. I'm going to go for now. I love you guys. I'm out. Bye-bye.